Yo, we did that.
Hey, yeah.
Hit me.
I don't need them girls. I'm just a flirtatious type. Been this way all my life. I can't lie. I don't want them girls. I'm just a flirtatious type. Been this way all my life. I can't lie.
Something about you keeping my attention.
Yeah,
Was a player, this my intervention.
okay.
You hold the key to everything I'm missing.
I'm missing.
And if I can't have you, then it's back to pimping. Never threw my eggs in one basket.
Fast,
It's hard to trust, loyalty I'm asking.
I'm asking.
I need love, you can keep the lust. I want patience, baby, what's the rush? Or you here for longevity?
Jeopardy,
I just need a little clarity.
clarity.
Apologize if my actions ain't right.
Right.
Can't lie, I've been flirting all my
I
life.
don't need them girls. I'm just a flirtatious type. Been this way all my life. I can't lie. I don't want them girls. I'm just a flirtatious type. Been this way all my life. I can't lie.
Tryna live, learn, and grow. Take responsibility for all my wrongs. Swear she's just a friend. No need to lie to you or pretend. I like to hear a woman's perspective. She was giving me all the directions on how to keep you happy. All along she was plotting on my family. Grew up in a broken home. Some wanna see you fail, others want you to be alone. Misery loves company. I'm good where I'm at. She the one
I
for
don't
me.
need them girls. I'm just a flirtatious type. Been this way all my life. I can't lie. I don't want them girls. I'm just a flirtatious type. Been this way all my life. I can't lie.
What's going on? What's going on? It's your brother, your main, Icy Jones. Welcome to another episode of Hot Seat with Icy Jones. And we making this thing happen every Thursday and Friday, 12 to 2. You know what it do right here on Room Service Radio, because that's how it go. You feel me? So, man, that was what we had, man. D Mees featuring Chosen Rule. I can't lie. Um, we also have music from Rasta West, World on Drugs. We have music from Samson, Transcend. We got music from Freshman Gouda, Smoke Break, Indica. Um, we got the Scholars, If It's Real. Man, we got some music coming at you. You feel me? Um, I want y'all to know you can go to Blink Show TV on Roku. All right, get the app Blink Show TV and go on the journalist repost, and you can get Hot Seat with Icy Jones right there on your television screen if you got Roku. All right, so I'm gonna say it again on Roku. All right, go to Blink Show TV app, and in that app you will go to journalist repost, and then you will find Hot Seat with Icy Jones. I have some shows up there, so tap in with me and let me know you watching. You can also follow Blink Show TV on all social media apps and let them know you watching. Let them know you tapped in with me. You know what I mean? It means a lot to be in your home. It means a lot to be all over the world. It's a little on me from Vegas, born and raised here. So it's a blessing, man. Hot Seat with Icy Jones. Tap in, all right? And make sure you follow me on all social media platforms. That's Hot Seat with Icy Jones. ICJONEZ. All right. A lot of music coming from me. A lot of interviews coming from me. So make sure you tap in and let me know you watching. Comment, like, subscribe, and make sure you share what you like. All right. So we're gonna get into the show today, man. I have a veteran in the building. You know what I'm saying? Someone who can teach you a thing or two. You feel me? One of my OGs in this thing called entertainment and in life. You know what I mean? Um, Northtown to be specific. He loves to tell us that. You feel me? And honestly, man, this guy's been DJing for some time, and he's one of the mix masters. He is the mix master, DJ Mix Master LV. What's happening, man?
Hey man, what's going on with you, man? Hey, that was wonderful. All those things you said about me, I don't think about it. I'll be just steady working, man.
Steady working.
Yeah, it was a great introduction. Great introduction.
Thank you, brother. You keep your head high, man, and for people who don't know, you've been doing your thing out here with them ones and twos. You feel me?
Absolutely.
But let us know what happened before that. So, where are you from exactly?
70 Deuce Pacific Coast style, North Las Vegas to be exact. Yours truly, DJ Mixmaster. You know I represent Las Vegas and North Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Like, they coming in from Compton, Long Beach, and Watts.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
That's the way I represent it. I represent the city. I take pride in my city. I take pride in the people and everything about it.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And when it comes to being born and raised here, how was that for you?
I think it was a great experience because we got a chance to experience uh, a different side of life
Okay.
than like most of us from down south or from a big city. We got to experience some things here as far as togetherness, like everyone else, but also racism at its finest. Especially with families moving in from down south for work and better wages, coming down to the west, Las Vegas, a new city, basically built by the mob, and ran by same families today. But racism that goes with any city that you go into, but it's already there. That culture is already there. Las Vegas was a new city, and
Built
black
off
people
of it.
built off of it exactly, and it still goes on today. And
Mhm.
I'm a huge advocate of greatness and our people doing better and not being smashed and by the hierarchy.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah.
We are the underdogs.
Even till today, man, our events are being shut down. They just shut down Two Tone's birthday party. It's crazy, man. They tried to shut mine down, but I found a spot. Shout out Risk Takers. Shout out Big Keith for the connection, man. And I was able to have my event the day after I was supposed to have it, and it was still a good, turnout. You know what I'm saying? And they couldn't stop it. Once you got all your ducks in a row and all your licenses and things hanging on the wall, you know what I'm saying? They can't stop what you
That's
got
right.
going on because it'd be illegal.
Right.
You
And
know what I mean?
that's really important in what you said too, because and I tell people this all the time. When you have these multi conglomerate nightclubs moving into the city, particularly the Las Vegas Strip, they're spending millions of dollars on these nightclubs.
Right.
So Las Vegas, like I said, that those fine lines are still there. The racism. What they want to do is basically red line everywhere except for the strip for entertainment, real live entertainment, such as venues and stuff like that. Because I just put it like it is. We control the venues.
Yeah.
From the strip to downtown, we control them. And if we start doing our own venues on the outside, that takes away from that bottom line they got to make every single day on that strip. So they want to force us to the strip, but at the same time, they don't want us on the strip.
Right.
When you go to the clubs down there, it's an anti-something night every single time you go there. Anti-jeans tonight, but 5 people just walked in with jeans on.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Oh,
Mhm.
this is anti, you can't wear that kind of shirt.
Mhm.
Anti this, anti that. They want us there. They want our artists there because without our artists, you have no show.
Mhm.
You have no real sense of style, sense of swag, and everybody want to be swaggerific
Right.
right now.
Right. Now, with that, we do our own thing in the inner city, and for me, uh, that's where it's at. Cause I just don't think that my couple dollars should bother you. You know what I'm saying? If we make, even if we making $100,000 a year off of doing events, let's just say that's what it is.
Right.
Uh, y'all making $100 million,
Hmm.
so
But they can make 100 million and 100,000.
yeah. Well,
You
I
know,
don't I don't think it should matter, right?
no,
But you
right,
had to deal with these things growing up, right?
exactly.
And how did you last till today? What do you tell the young black man to keep going and don't get caught in the trap?
I would say to continue to educate yourself. You can only fight for so long, and you can't fight your way through every single issue,
Mm-hmm.
physically or mentally, but you can educate yourself throughout all of it. Continue to educate yourself, continue to set goals for yourself and reach those goals, obtainable goals that you can grab. It don't have to be nothing huge right now. If it's as small as getting up and making a phone call, you made that phone call. That was your goal for that day.
Yeah.
You know, baby steps, man, turn into huge leaps and bounds.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. When did you hit the turntables?
Man, I hit the turntables when I was, well, officially, I would say in the ninth grade, when I was in the ninth grade. But before that, I was I was messing up my mom's consoles, is what they were called back then. Consoles, messing up her needles.
Yep.
With the 45s. 45s, for those that don't know, is the little mini records,
Yep.
that CDs was patterned off of. And then we had the 78s, and then we had the 12 inches, which was the disco and party versions back then. I would hear, from the new songs that had came out at that time, Grandmaster Flash, Freedom, and Sugar Hill Gang and all of that. They were putting little etches of scratches here and there. I wanted to do it. Yeah, I was rapping before I started scratching. Through the Sugar Hill Gang.
Instrumental.
What's crazy too? They always bring up Sugar Hill Gang as the first rap group, but I remember the Fatback Band, Tim King III. A lot of people don't remember that. You got to be really OG, because I was rapping back then, and I still remember the lyrics today. King Tim III. Research that and check it out from the Fatback Band. That was before Rappers Delight.
But rappers is like what they
I think it was
mainstream.
the first mainstream to go mainstream. But the Fatback Band was mainstream them too. I mean, they were. You had your funk groups back then. That was one of the funk groups.
What would you think would be the difference then?
The difference in what?
Sugar Hill Gang and the Fatback. Tim King III.
Sugar Hill Gang is a rap group without a doubt. Fatback Band is a funk group.
Okay.
Backstroking, looking for the good stuff. And they got they got ballads also. That's banging today also. So that is the difference.
Okay.
But but if you want to be technical about it, you can go even farther back. Even farther back than Sugar Hill Gang, back to the doo-wop and all of that.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
With the Dizzy Gillespie's and the Fat Dominoes and stuff like that. So.
Okay. So you messing up your mama stuff. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Did she buy you something, or you had to take your own money and go buy it?
Shit, man. We, when I first started messing around with music, we didn't have a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? So it was like Fat Albert and the Junkyard Band. I grabbed those 5-gallon paint buckets, some butter knives out the drawer, and I start beating to the same music I'm telling you about, but a little bit older. Some old Marvin Gaye, some old Grover Washington Jr., stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And I'll start beating to that. And that's where I got my sense of timing at. I loved the music. I would dance it, I would sing it and everything, but I didn't have any instruments,
Okay.
And then finally my mom got me a drum, and she really regretted that because that was the dominant sound in the house,
Yes.
And I got good on it,
Okay.
So and it just went from there, as I got older, I started getting little jobs here and there, cutting grass and stuff like that. I'll get me a little keyboard, and then
Okay.
I got me some turntables.
Okay.
Started working for a program here that they had, was called CETA. The program was called CETA, and they were hiring people, from the neighborhood and,
Okay.
lower areas and stuff like that, giving us jobs and stuff. And I saved my money from that, bought my first set of turntables, and they was Technique SL 100s, just some regular turntables. Harvard 3000 woofers. They were some 12-inch woofers, I never forget.
Okay.
And Pioneer receiver. I didn't even have an amp,
Right.
and went from there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that amp clipped at many parties, but I was popular as hell. I'm telling
Okay.
you. And one of my partners is still around, man, right now, that was there, and he was doing the same thing. He created his own amp,
Yeah.
Stacy G, my partner Stacy G, old school cat, you know what I
Okay.
mean, OG. And I got to bring him up whenever I talk about old school, because he's in the game right now, you
Right.
know, coming back after 30 years, man,
Yeah.
putting it down. You know, I was Googling the other morning, getting ready to go on a private job. And then I went to Shazam.
Yeah.
Shazam. I was looking for a song, and then Stacy G's song popped up. I was like, oh my goodness. You know what I'm saying? It's really going down, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But
So from there, was your name Mixmaster already?
man, my name has never changed.
Really?
It's always been DJ Mixmaster.
Wow.
The only thing I put on it was the LV for Las Vegas.
Yeah,
For
absolutely.
Las Vegas. That's it. But I've been DJ Mixmaster from day one.
Yeah.
And that comes from, well, when I was back then, you know, we had all of the elements of the game of hip hop. We had the breakdancing, you know, we had the MCs, we had the DJs, you know what I mean? So I was breakdancing also, and I was the break master, you
Yeah.
know. So, you know, that went into the whole element, as I said, DJing and the whole 9 yards, MCing and all that.
Was there any friends of yours that did graffiti?
That did graffiti.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there was quite a few people that did graffiti.
Word.
There were quite. I mean, graffiti it wasn't as hot in Vegas, but we did have our graffiti artists, and most of them was at El Dorado in Las Vegas.
Okay. Okay. And I mean, is it a big thing today, you think?
Graffiti?
Yeah.
I don't think it as big as it should be because it's part of the culture. I mean, back then you would see the graffiti on the albums, and some of the albums now are collector's items. You
Right.
know, that's one thing that I do miss from that culture is the artwork. You know, you look at some of the albums like Marvin Gaye, man, him holding a globe. In fact, I have that on my Facebook. You know,
Right.
with him holding the globe, man. Parliament Funkadelic. I mean, they got iconic art on their covers. James Brown, you know, that kind of stuff. That inspired a lot of art and a lot of graffiti back then also.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
We go downtown and we get to see that now. You know what I mean? They
Mhm.
still making it happen downtown.
Absolutely. The arts district.
Yeah, as much as they can. You know what I'm saying? But as far as like it being a part, like, what do you think about hip hop today, Mixmaster?
I think, you know, hip hop today is another form and freedom of expression. And as the time changes, so does the elements, so does the people, so does the mindset.
So does the expression.
Exactly. Exactly. So you're gonna, you know, and with that comes the mindset, and then comes the verbal communication. You know, it doesn't matter how you teach it to a person, how they deliver it is going to be totally different. And that's what we have. And now we have an understanding, but we have a different way of delivering and understanding, you know, for each culture. And we have to understand this culture like they had to understand us growing up, and we had to raise them, you know.
Yeah.
So
I feel that.
it actually goes both ways.
So, 2-parent household for you?
2-parent, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Siblings and all?
Oh, yes, plenty of us.
How many?
16 of us.
It's 16 of y'all?
16 of us.
Dang.
Yes.
That's them days, boy. They was having kids.
That's right, from here to Chicago.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay, so we're gonna
Absolutely.
get into that, right? So, what did moms like? What's a moral ethic mom gave you that still sticks with you today?
There's a couple of them. One of them is if you're not sure about something, sleep on it.
That's
And then
good.
and when you wake up the next day, if you still feel the same way, then go with
Go with it.
it. Exactly. That's one of the main ones right there.
Mm.
And that also she taught independence. She said, before any of my sons leave this house, you're gonna know how to cook, clean, iron, everything. And we all do.
Absolutely.
And all of us do it today.
Right. Pops.
Pops, what can I get from Pops? Ethic. He worked the same job every single day for 38 years until he recently retired after my mother passed away in 2013.
Okay.
No matter what, I'd see him hanging in the streets with everybody else, daddy,
Yeah.
but he was at work
Yeah.
at 4 o'clock or whatever time it was.
Right.
He always got off late. I mean, early in the morning, 3, 4 in the morning, no later than 4 o'clock. So yeah, he would do his thing just like anybody else. But he took care of his family, and he worked every single day
Every day.
for everything.
Work ethic.
Worked it.
Absolutely, man.
Only the early bird catches the worm.
Right. I feel you. And so, man, sleeping arrangements have to be crazy. How far apart are y'all?
Oh man, we're all close to right above and
And
below.
under, yeah.
Yeah.
So
And
11 months, a year.
I mean, it wasn't no single beds nowhere.
Right.
It was bunk beds, and if we could get triples, we could. We ain't never had a triple, but if we
If
could
y'all
get
could
one,
have,
we
yeah.
would have.
Yeah.
We'd have been stacked like slaves on a slave
Right.
ship.
Right. Definitely.
Yeah,
doubling
man.
up.
And you better eat, because if you don't, you might not get none.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? My mama, she was so used to cooking so much food that even in her last days, she was still cooking big meals.
Big
You know what
batches.
I mean? Big mama for
Big
real.
pots.
Big pots, everything. And when I cook, I can't cook just small stuff. Oh, just enough for me and you.
Okay.
I'm gonna cook a whole pot of spaghetti.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cook a whole pan of cornbread.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cook a whole bunch of everything.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, I mean, and we lost that.
Yeah. Yeah. Our community has, but when Big Mamas and them, when they got them secrets. So when they don't give y'all them recipes,
Man,
you know what I'm saying, and they don't leave it to tell you
Oh,
where it's
yeah.
at when they on the deathbed, you ain't gonna have it because you wasn't watching, you wasn't paying attention. You know what I'm saying? So that's good that y'all, paid attention and
Absolutely.
that it
You
was
know-
a moral ethic in her household. Like you gonna learn
Yeah.
how to cook, clean, iron. You know what I'm saying? Some moms don't do that for their children. I know how to cook and things of that nature from watching. I don't have a recipe at all from anyone. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's just that I was watching and I learned. But
Right.
bro, they didn't leave those things, and it's them. They were stubborn too.
Mhm.
Our foremothers and forefathers were
Yeah.
stubborn, man. They wasn't, you know
Right.
what I'm saying? They
You
had
know-
their own little ways.
You know what the best you know what the best part of it? I mean, and she wanted this too also. All of us are here.
Mhm,
Ain't none of us locked up.
mhm.
Um,
Nobody
our
died in the
kids are doing
streets.
well. Nobody's died in the streets.
Yeah,
And that's very important.
very love it.
Very important.
Love it, man. So when it comes to like DJing, right?
Yes, sir.
Did you know? Because I know you said, was it called Cedar?
Cedar.
Did they pay you?
CDTA.
Like, what was
Yeah.
the first paid gig? Was it them or was it the parties or what?
No, the first paid gig as far as
DJing.
DJing.
Yeah.
Oh, it was with the Clark County School District. And I don't think anybody has had a contract with them yet while they were in high school.
Word.
Yeah, we had a pretty strong DJ crew back then, man. We had Polly Mac, if you know Polly Mac, another pioneer
Yeah.
in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
We had DJ Mike also of the FBI crew.
Okay.
They all came up back then with that Ice-T and all that stuff. Rex and Effects and all of that. Stacy G also. DJ Mixmasters also. Rest in peace, Kevin Brown, Planet Broom crew. Everybody know Kevin Brown. We had some stars out there, man. That was directly connected to us. I can name many, many more, but
Yeah.
that's direct.
Strong crew.
Right,
And
just strong.
you got a contract with the school district.
Yes,
while
to
you
do
were in
all
high
of
school.
their special events, their Sadie Hawkins proms, homecomings, and I had so much work. I'm young, you know what I mean, and I'm rolling off that system that I'm telling you about,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
With the receiver and stuff.
Yeah.
That I would give out extra work. I give Kevin Brown, Planet Bone crew, and man, go do this here for me, because I can't. Theirs on the same day, so I can't do it. You
Yeah.
know, that's that
Yeah.
same stuff we doing right now. We got a little coalition going right now with the top DJs in the city, and we look out for each other right now. You
Right.
know, me, DJ Thump, DJ Remix.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah.
DJ Leroyce. I can't forget him out.
Now, is this a full career, or did you work a 9 to 5 at a point in time in your life?
Oh yeah, I always worked the 9 to 5 at some point at time, but throughout my life, I've always been a hustler.
Yeah.
I always wanted it.
Yeah.
And that comes from lifestyle. Seeing things and going through things. So
Yeah.
I did more hustling than I did a 9 to 5
Right.
at any time.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And I got what came with that on both sides.
Okay.
You know what I
Okay.
mean?
And now we telling the man, stay out the streets, bro. You don't want that.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And if you're in it, man, be careful. Because a lot
Absolutely.
of times they don't listen to you. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
What high school you went to?
Western, and I went to Bonanza.
Okay. Which one you
I
graduated
claim
from?
them both. Western.
You graduated from Western.
Yes. Duh. Woe to the Warriors. So brave and true. Woe to the Warriors. Fight for red and blue.
Coming up in that era, man, what's one of the big differences? What year you graduated?
83.
That's the okay. I'm not even gonna say it. But what's the difference between the '80s and the 2000s?
I would say as far as on the music end, and the music is what shapes the culture, and controls the mindset. From the 80s to now to 2022, oh my goodness, man, the music has changed. So the mindset has changed. Um, Back then we was coming out of the freedom fighter movement in the 70s, from the Vietnam War and love, peace, and all of that from 1965 all the way to about 1972 with Muhammad Ali, fighting for his rights and not going to the Korean War and stuff. So our music was based on our living conditions back then from the 60s all the way until 1970, I would say 1970, 76, 75, 76, when the disco era started to come in.
Yeah.
The disco era came in, and that's a whole nother story how that even came about. But everything changes with the music, if you will notice. And to go back to what you were saying, from 80s to the 2000s, look at the music back then. Listen to, look at the type of lyrics from Kool Moe Dee. You know what I'm saying?
KRS-One, Kool Moe Dee,
KRS-One,
Public Enemy,
even
NWA,
LL Cool J, all of
LL,
them, everybody.
way different than where we at today. And the
Totally.
message is ridiculous.
And the music is based off of the 60s and the 70s.
Give me the difference in the Vegas city culture, because you're born and raised here. So from the 80s to now, 2022.
Born in Texas, raised here. Came here when I was 8 months. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you Vegas.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Right, but this is home. This
Right.
is it. Yeah.
Right.
Got
So
it.
tell me the difference
Between
then, right?
between
The culture between the 80s and 2022. You know what I
between
mean?
80s and 2022.
Our culture in
Oh, okay.
Vegas. Like, what did you see?
Okay. From the 80s to 2022. Okay, from the 80s, we was going through a shift. Right before the 80s, J. Edgar Hoover dropped that cocaine in Oakland.
Yeah,
That heroin in Oakland
yeah.
to break up the freedom fighter movement with the Black Panthers and all of the groups, the Nation of Islam,
Get them
and
knocked
all.
off. Get them knocked off.
To get them, to get them off their dean. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? And that's what happened. And then after that, I'm going through it all the way to, because I know we limited on time, so I'm going to jump.
Yeah.
From that dropping that heroin in the Bay Area to the cocaine being distributed by Freeway Rick from the Contras, and the story broke by Maxine Waters. Okay, how the cocaine was coming in through Freeway Rick, and they were basically approving it. We was going through a whole nother era. They flooded our neighborhoods with cocaine. We took a lot of hits, grandmothers, grandfathers, along with AIDS, and the difference then was we didn't know. But like Ice Cube said, we got over that hump. I know brothers that was smoked out and sisters that was smoked out, the ones that made it through the war, have homes, cars,
Healthy.
families. So we made it over that hump. We know about that. That trick cannot be pulled on us again.
Yeah.
So what do we do at this point? Do we go back? Do we keep chasing the same dream? That's like a base head. Keep chasing the same high.
Mm-hmm.
That's gone. That ain't gonna never come back.
Right. Yeah. Let me go to a music break. We about to play, give us 3. You know what I'm saying? 3 songs. And we'll be right back on Hot Seat with Icy Jones with DJ Mixmaster LV, baby.
That's my nephew, man.
1 second, we'll be right back.
Hitman B.
Say it with me, it go black and silver, black and silver, black and silver, black and silver, I go by the name of Bay Blue. I told him, love.
Black and silver, black and silver, black and silver.
Hey, meet me on the 40-yard line. Prepare for kickoff. We ain't playing two-hand touch, this man ball. Ran across the middle. Abram picked him off. Black and silver titanium, like running into a wall. First and 10 on offense, let me draw this dead car. Second play, TD pass, Deshaun Jackson throw it long. We just came to ball. Raider fans war, but it's war immediately after each and every loss. Josh Jacobs up the gut, he seen the hole wide open. Touchdown for Vegas, why thought they come from Oakland? Now they out the desert, that be old news. In a new tab, breaking old rules. Daniel Carter kicking 50 acres in the mule. To be honest, I think he got weight up in his shoes. The Stadium Allegiant, where they scream defense. Spot him on the 1, that's where we gon' leave him. Look, the Raider Nation headed straight to the top. Vegas got a football team, baby, like it or not. We been the underdog, so we gon' fight for our spot and make them drop the ball like it was hot. When the defense go, bang. Raider Nation say, bang. Touchdown, scream, bang. Disrespected, we go, bang. Everybody say, bang. All my Raiders say, bang. When we hit the building, we ain't come to play. When the defense go, bang. Raider Nation say, bang. Touchdown, scream, bang. Disrespected, we go, bang. Everybody say, bang. All my Raiders say, bang. When we hit the building, we ain't come to play. Black and silver, 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 black and silver,
Black and silver, black and silver, black and silver, black and silver, black and silver,
Okay. Welcome to Fabulous Las Vegas, dude. Hey.
Hitman B.
My profile, rooted in the West. Hell block at its best. Crip City vet. Voice of the street, put the city on the map. All I need is one mic. You can say less. Mob affiliated, like I'm Luciano. Hold a round table, down in Maggiano. Suckers love to hate when you banging that Rolando. Most show respect, keep it 100. Look at me now, running numbers up overnight. Got access to hell game, nothing's overpriced. I ain't play the field, you can roll the dice. Hot the easy 6 and 8, welcome to the city life. Welcome to Vegas. 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 Life outside the strip. East side, north town, west side we live. Summerlin to Henderson. Centennial Hills to Southern Highlands. A real native. Las Vegas rebel, second generation. Rolls out the pavement. Sorry for the wait, but you can't rush greatness. Knew the job when I took it, gotta stay dangerous. Ratatouille's tired of telling just to stay famous. Well, good luck on your way up. So many say they real, but their actions never weigh up. I hope you young bucks get your fucking weight up. Welcome to Vegas. 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 Welcome to Vegas.
Yo, we did that.
Tell me if it's real. Sometimes I wonder if it's real, so I skim over what I wrote before I spoke it into existence, and it's real. But tell me how I feel to pour your heart into your music, ain't nobody notice that you the dopest in your field. Sometimes I wonder if it's real. Yeah. Come on. Sometimes I wonder if it's real. Yeah.
They tell me I'm the hardest working in my city. How can that be when my bank account don't show a milli? Like a likes and comments, show y'all ain't rocking with me. Give me props in private, DM be popping really. Make it public, tell the whole world you love it. And if it's gold, tell them Jones got to touch it. Everything I touch turns gold on this road. Never fold on this road. Put the whole city on my back. Carry heavy load. Watch every episode. Hot seat, you know I'm cold. Is it real? Is it fake? God already saw my fake. But at times I make mistakes. That's why I'm covered by his grace. No, I will not take your bait. Knife and back,
Sometimes
smiling
I
face.
wonder if it's real, so I skim over what I wrote before I spoke it into existence, and it's real. But tell me how I feel to pour your heart into your music, ain't nobody notice that you the dopest in your field. Sometimes I wonder if it's real. Yeah. Come on. Sometimes I wonder if it's real. Yeah. If I ain't top 5 on your list, you ain't listening. Nope. And I'm the wrong one to miss. My lyrical content combined with a dope beat, I make you say, oh man, you got another hit, one of the dopest in the field. But when I drop a classic hit, I gotta beg you to take time and listen to my shit. Ain't gotta spend $1, but you can go to Spotify, type in my name and press play on my list. I'm giving you content, live and directed. I swear I'm on point, man, and hardly ever miss. These rappers ain't like me, I'm way more enticing. Can leave with your girlfriend, cause you just ain't that lit. Sometimes I wonder if it's real, so I skim over what I wrote before I spoke it into existence, and it's real. But tell me how I feel to pour your heart into your music, ain't nobody notice that you the dopest in your field. Sometimes I wonder if it's real. Yeah. Come on. Sometimes I wonder if it's real. Yeah. Sometimes I wonder if it's real, so I skim over what I wrote before I spoke it into existence, and it's real. But tell me how I feel to pour your heart into your music, ain't nobody notice that you the dopest in your field. Sometimes I wonder if it's real. Yeah. Come on. Sometimes I wonder if it's real. Yeah. Sometimes I wonder if
Yo, welcome back. Hot Seat with Icy Jones. You know we in the 12 o'clock hour, man. Make sure you tell a friend to tap in. As Room Service Radio say, check in, press play, and enjoy your stay. You feel me? We got DJ Mixmaster LV in the building. You know what I mean? We was talking about the differences between the decades, you know what I'm saying? And it is some huge differences. And please make sure the wool ain't pulled over your eyes. Don't let them tricks trick you no more. You feel me? So, what you got going on today in 2022?
Whoa, man, you know what? I don't like to let everything out because I got some active stuff going on, but I can give you a general. It's all
Description.
corporate work, man.
Okay.
I got a lot of corporate work, and that is the goal at the end of the day, filling out those W-9 forms, you know. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I have some stuff going on with Las Vegas Aces. I got some stuff going on with Chapman Dodge, family reunions, school activities and events, a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of everything, man. I got my hands tied up right now.
Right. Are you on any FM stations?
No, and everybody keeps saying it, man. And then I got people at stations waiting to get the okay, and they got the okay, and they telling me, oh, we want you,
Yeah.
get ready, we getting ready to call you, but I can't wait. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Yeah.
I have a circulation of things going on also, you know.
Right.
They call, it's, you know,
Yeah.
I might be losing money.
Yeah. You may. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
I know how I go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, are you one of the DJs who play independent local music when you're out and about?
I am really huge on playing independent local music because I come from being a local artist myself. I've been rapping, probably longer than some people been living. I've done it all. I've been highlighted on every news channel, back in the late 80s, early 90s. I started the Urban Division group at Atlantic Records in 1991 with Heron Records. I've been in this for a long time, so I have a passion for local artists. I know how hard it is. I have a full crate with nothing but local artists in it. I pick out of those artists, and over the years, I have only found 3 artists, believe it or not, to this day, and there may be more, I may not know them, that I believe that is ready from my experience in being in the business. And one of them is, and this may be the first time an interview for you have ever went like this, brother. One of them is you, Icy Jones, and I want to apologize to you, man, because we stay in touch with each other so much and we're working.
Yeah.
So when we're working, I mean, really working,
Right.
and people don't understand the work ethic and working that we don't see what we're doing.
Right.
But my man has had this show for 3 years, right?
Yeah.
And I just see it like, oh, Icy got a show, and I'm working, right? But I'm like, I never thought. And he said, I need you on my show. And then that's when it hit me. I said, I owe Icy an apology because we worked so hard. We don't see it because we're friends and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I never thought about it. And your show is phenomenal, man.
Thank you.
It's crazy,
Thank you.
But one of my artists and one of my favorite artists is Icy Jones because I can play Icy Jones music. He has clean music, you know. He has club music.
Yeah.
He's persistent. I need an artist that is persistent, that's building a buzz, that is about the business.
Right.
And there's only 3, like I said, that I've ran into that I think is ready. And I think that is you. You're easy to work with.
Thank you.
That's one thing any producer or any company is going to tell you.
Yeah.
You're easy to work with. Also, Dolly.
Yeah. Dolly the champ.
Darius Dolly.
Yeah.
Dolly just got a distribution deal for his record company.
Yep.
for
Shout
his-
out.
to put his people on.
Empire.
Empire Records.
Yeah. Shout out.
Okay. Directly connected. All of our circle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And third, and I always got to mention this guy, like I said, is Stacy G. You know, we started probably at the same time, man, 1979, somewhere around there, man.
Right. Right.
And Stacy came back after 30 years and dropped From the Desert and is actually giving I would say, a tutorial as he go along to the younger artists on how to get your music out there and get played. Stacy is in real rotation on Power 88 and one of the other power stations, Clearwater Channel, terrestrial radio stations.
Right.
He's playing in New York. He's playing in Atlanta. I know this for a fact.
Yeah.
I got him on Shazam.
Yeah.
You know, and he's doing things, you know. So I there's 3 artists, like I said, the 3 that I just named, you, Stacy, and Dolly, and you guys are persistent. You guys know your music. And that's what it takes, man. You know, and it's not I get up today and I decide I want to make some music and be a rapper today.
Yeah.
You know, I watched you take the bumps and bruises.
Absolutely.
I watched you rap when there wasn't no rapping around. I'm serious.
Right.
Wasn't no rap. Wasn't nobody doing. They even laid down in the COVID. Not you.
Yeah.
Not you. You were still, you know, bumping and grinding and doing your thing, man.
Yep.
I was like, this man here, he working harder than me. What's going on? He must be trying to get my job around this mother. No. But man, I love it, man. And every time I see you, I acknowledge you and I tell you that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Stacy G also, man, I talked to him very frequent, just about every single day, man. And he's about the youth also, and
Yep.
teaching the youth also. And his whole mission is to build something and to bring something. You know what I mean? Because a lot of artists, they're arrogant.
Mhm.
They haven't sold one unit.
Mhm.
I don't know who you are, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm in the business, been with the business. I don't expect to know everybody, but I
Right.
should know you from my city.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Right.
They're arrogant. They think they can do it by themselves. You can't. You got to have a team in this business.
Facts.
That's the first thing they want to know is, do you have a team? Because they're looking at recoupable funds at that point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they don't have a team, and they don't trust this person and that person. Hey, man, well, keep doing what you've been doing. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's a fact.
To each his own.
That's a fact. That's a fact. But like you said, you do play it, and can you let them know how to find you?
Exactly. I'm not hard to find. Y'all want to see me? I'm in the streets now.
Facts.
Absolutely. But no, I am DJ Mixmaster LV on Facebook. I am Otis Lang, OTISLANG on Facebook. I am DJ Mixmaster LV on Instagram. And that's it. Yeah, that's about it. That's
Yeah.
about it. I hang out with the major platforms. That's it.
Right, right. And then what's your email?
DJ Mixmaster LV at gmail.com. All consistent.
How are they supposed to send their music to you? Like, what is that email supposed to look like?
That email is supposed to look like this, sending it to me. Now, you may want to send it to somebody else, but when you send it to me, I'm going to determine if I play that email off of, do you have a clean version, first and foremost? Because even a lot of clubs don't even play dirty music.
Mhm.
You got to have a clean version. That's radio play. You can't even play your music on radio if you don't have a clean version.
Right.
I look for also the instrumental, so I can mix into that instrumental with other artists and other songs
Okay.
to promote your music on another level, as if it's like a mixtape.
Mhm.
I'm a DJ, I mix. I'm going to create a mixtape in every venue that I play your music in if you have an instrumental version.
Yeah.
If you have an a cappella version, I can take your a cappella version and I can mix it with another instrumental, some Biggie Small or something, some Tupac,
Right.
some Lil Baby, your a cappella over it, which makes your music more marketable and promotable,
Right.
okay?
Right. Absolutely. So those three things:
And yes,
clean,
Instrumental.
acapella.
a cappella.
Yeah.
And if you want to throw the dirty version in, throw the dirty version in, because I do play the dirty version all the time.
And do you need a picture? Do you need to see what this person looks like, or EPK?
I don't need to see what you look like
Okay.
to play your music because I'm not playing your face.
Right. Mhm.
I just need to hear your music and have your music in a music format to make it easy for me to put it on the turntable and play it after I play some Lil Baby.
Right. You could put them in the mix
I can put them in the
next
mix.
to the superstar.
Next to the superstars. And
Yeah.
you are a superstar if you in that mix.
As long as it got to sound right? The mix got to be good.
The mix has got to sound good.
It's the-
You can't record it on your home system without it being mastered and sounding right on my system.
Mhm.
Club systems are totally different than your house system.
Mm-hmm.
Totally different. It's pro audio.
Right.
It's certain specs to get that pro audio sound out of that music, and you're not gonna get it recording it on your sister's DVD,
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
or something like that.
Is there anything we didn't touch on that you want to touch on before we get up out of here?
Yeah, I just want to give a heartfelt condolence to my friend Jerome Hardy, president of Black Entertainment TV, that passed away a couple of weeks.
What? The one we was on the
yes.
phone with?
Absolutely. I thought you didn't know.
No.
Yes, he passed away. He got sick right after New Year's. He had a headache. I had the same headache. I think he passed it on to me. And by the third, he was saying that it was getting worse. Felt like he had the flu. He hit me back, said he was gonna check himself in the hospital. He checked himself in, hit me back, said, "Man, I'm in the hospital." I was like, "What?" Because I'm not thinking it's that serious. From there, it just progressed. I can't talk no more. He was taking the ventilator off just to talk to me, and he took it off that last time, and that was probably around the 6th or something. And that was my last time talking to him. And
Of January?
yes, and his lungs collapsed on him, and without your lungs, you can't
Live.
you can't breathe, you can't live. So yeah.
Man, was it that long ago that we talked about that whole system?
Yeah, it wasn't. It was just then. I had just got my BET cards he gave me on New Year's. In fact, he hand delivered them to me. He said, "I want to hand deliver these to you." So he came to the New Year's party and partied with us
That
there.
was then, because it was a party.
It was a party. That's right. And Dolly was opening up for the Yin Yang Twins,
Right.
and that concert got canceled because of the new Omicron.
The strain.
Right. the new
Okay,
strain,
and
right.
then, so is the platform still gonna go, or you can't go without him?
I can't say because Jerome was the financier. He was the brains and the money man. That's a terrible loss for the whole industry. And I don't know. I don't know if there's people in place to run it, to facilitate it, and all of that.
Man, I am so sorry to hear that.
Yeah,
I was
thought
on the
you knew.
phone.
I put up posts and stuff.
No, we was on 3-way.
We were on because I had Chris Brown and Pretty Ricky. We were doing a conference. Remember, I told you
Yeah.
we did a conference call, and I was like, "Oh wow, this is
Yeah. Okay, so condolences to Jerome Hardy
absolutely, man." Condolences to Jerome Hardy, man.
and his family.
Lost a huge thing. That was part of my stuff going forward this year.
Yeah, absolutely. It was big. The platform was gonna be huge.
Yes.
Okay. Man. Well, with that being said, man, keep on living, keep on trucking, man, and make sure that you shout out those loved ones that you lost along the way, man. Keep them close to your heart. You feel me? Listen, man, we got Rambo 300 coming in the 1:00 hour, man. Paris Jackson is in the building. He's here. We about to get into his life and times. You know what I mean? And after this break, we'll be right back. Hot Seat with Icy Jones on Room Service Radio. Let's go.
Ross, love. Is it just me or is everyone on drugs? I've been dealing with some pain, I've been feeling for some love. Up late, can't sleep, I'ma blow me a wood. Stimulate my thoughts, feel about something good. Still so many days where I relapse. Find myself floating in the deep end, somehow tapped in. Backspin on the verse, every bar clutch, set in place for the offense, everything authentic. Organize my mind, gotta get right. What if I never knew what it was? I've been searching for God in the depths of my soul. Tapped into the source of the plug at the seed of the soul. Pieced up thoughts, I just wanna be whole. Being so gone, I just wanna be home. People so fake, I just wanna be alone. I can't be as wrong as you is in your right mind. Forgiveness don't come with a lifeline. X yourself off if you cross lines. Ain't go for me if I ever treat you like wise. I wanna see yourself till we sky high. Don't miss me when you got me on my fly by. Every moment that we have is the right time. Pray to death, don't catch me by the blind side. Yeah. I crave a match in my energy. If you can't make me better, then you limit me. And I need to be rich off the synergy. How long do it take you to heal when the pain that you feel is a feeling? When the feelings that you have cause sickness. Can't talk too much, need healing. And your energy off cause the thoughts in your mind make you feel like not even living. And the world so fake, need realer. And the people so lost, need leaders. Minds enslaved, need freedom. I've been thinking on a level way deeper. If I made it to your prayers, please keep me. Always forever, I'll be there when you need me. Eating for some love, got some alcohol and drugs. How I get so low, I was doing so good. How we lose touch, we was just using words. We supposed to choose growth, not her. Can't let go, gotta hold on. No, it ain't right, I don't wanna be wrong. Lost in the ink, tattoo my soul. Speak truth through these poems and these songs. So, ay, yeah. Gotta be us out this shit, right? Can't all be bad. Ay, look. Yeah, losing touch with the world, but in tune with myself. Made it through some hell, so I'm sure we could last. Limitless soul, I've been pushing to the max. Turned myself to a god from a man. Made my life to a business and a brand. Aligned with the stars, it was written in the sand. Life being dealt, I'm just playing my hand. Believing in myself, I'm just sticking to the plan. Started off reading, now I can't be read. God spoke to my heart, let it spread to my head. Influence my soul, manifest my prayers. See the ways we could all be ahead. Arm, leg, God body. Every part is important, don't doubt it. Shit we was taught, got us blinded. Ain't no way we could grow close-minded. I was deep in the water with a wave so strong it could drown you. Raised by the sharks, gained knowledge. Gained power, grew wings, got me outed. Just a leader, cause I see we need guidance. From a life where life don't like you. Can't escape from the sin you surrounded. Walk through the desert of the depths of the shadows. Make son of yourself, it's a battle. Scars on your heart, got your trust low. Made it past the pain, got you solid. Reminiscing what you lost, need flowers. Made it here, something rare to accomplish. Don't hold a nigga up, be honest. They taking me for granted, I'm tired. It's hard to find love when you hollow. All I got is weed pills in this bottle. It's just me, yours, everyone on drugs. Feeling for some love, I ain't doing too good. How we lose touch, we was just using words. Can't swallow my pride, gotta find my worth. Gotta kill this pain, can't hide my hurt. Can't bite my tongue, can't waste my breath. No, it ain't right, I don't wanna be wrong. Gotta find my... Hey, is it just me, yours, everyone on drugs? Feeling for some love, I ain't doing too good. How we lose touch, we was just using words. Can't swallow my pride, gotta find my worth. Gotta kill this pain, can't hide my hurt. Can't bite my tongue, can't waste my breath. No, it ain't right, I don't wanna be wrong. Gotta find my peace, gotta free my soul.
Oh yeah. Ooh. Da 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 da. Look. Finally made it up out this dark place. I've been searching for something to make me okay. Looking for inspiration inside my life. Knew there was more to this and I had to fight. I ain't rapping just a rap, I got something to do. There is a blessing in this message, up to you if you choose. You could neglect it or respect it, look at my point of view. But when you dealing with addiction, it's gonna alter your mood. Different levels to the drugs depending on what you do. But when your body gets dependent, got no choice but to use. So I started off just having some fun. When my mom passed away, I did the drugs to get numb. Didn't wanna feel a thing, I was dead to the world. If I didn't get my fix, cold sweats in our earl. Night terrors in the days, weeks turn into months. For you know it's been a year and I'm still on the hunt. 2 years later, thinking I got control. Little did I know, slowly I was losing my soul. Isolated from my family, didn't ask for no help. Stubborn than a motherfucker like I do it myself. Yeah, right, next thing I know, the boy is locked in the cell. Facing a 1 to 5, just didn't give me no bail. Oh hell, where all my friends at now? Only bitch that held me down is who I'm with right now. And it's the feeling I get when you getting close by. Tug on my heartstrings, I think I know why. You feel the same way, I never say it. You want the old me, I'm on some new shit. You cannot break me, I am unbreakable. You can't replace me, I'm irreplaceable. You had your chance when I gave you all of me. We wasn't satisfied. You want the finer things, you want the fancy house, you want the diamond rings, you want the brand new car, the life of luxury. Money won't heal your soul, wealth won't make you whole. Then if you wanna cross the bridge, you gotta pay the toll. Finally made it up out this dark place. I've been searching for something to make me okay. Looking for inspiration inside my life. Knew there was more to this and I had to fight. And it's the feeling I get when you getting close by. Tug on my heartstrings, I think I know why. You feel the same way, I never say it. You want the old me, I'm on some new shit. You cannot break me, I am unbreakable. You can't replace me, I'm irreplaceable. You had your chance when I gave you all of me. We wasn't satisfied, you want the finer things. Da 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 da, yeah. Da 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 da, da 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 da, yeah. Da da da.
So, what's the name of your company? My company is Overflow Pools LLC.
And what do you guys specialize in?
We specialize in installations, repairs, regular pool maintenance, there's literally nothing that Overflow Pools LLC does not do except for build pools from the ground up.
Okay. You got connections for that?
We do.
All right. Now, how can they get in contact with you, and what is your name?
So my name is Michael Gibson. I am the owner, and also I share this company with my wife, who is also an owner, Shantayana Gibson. We both, excuse me, we both own Overflow Pools together. You can reach me by going to literally overflowpools.com. It's on Google. We're number 3 in Las Vegas. We are a 5-star company, probably 4.55 stars. You can go to us on Angie's Lee. You can go to us on Yelp. We backed up by the Better Business Bureau. You can also call us at 702-513-5333. That's our company office. And you can also even go online and just type in Overflow Pools, and we'll come up pretty much everywhere. Facebook, everywhere, bro.
Absolutely.
Everywhere.
Yeah.